Hello Libra, welcome to your June 2025 tarot reading. I'm going to get into this right away by pulling 3 cards. Let's see what you're entering the month of June with. What is the present energy around you? And let's look at upcoming energies too. I'll continue to pull cards throughout the duration of this reading for you to go deeper into those messages. Let's see what's going on for you. I have got, this is the 6 of Pentacles. You're feeling supported. You're feeling like there is a very even flow of energy around you. You're giving, you're receiving, you're relating, you're feeling understood. Beautiful. This is the King of Cups here. And we have the 10 of Pentacles. Abundance is in store for you. This is a card of legacy, of status, of accumulation. This is a pretty tangible result that's coming your way. And just first of all, I just think that this tangible result that can look like a business deal, buying or selling something pretty major, it can look like a success story in terms of whatever you're working on. It can look like just that scene, right? This is a really beautiful depiction of what legacy might mean and what success might mean on a, to everybody it's different. So what does success mean to you watching? That seems to be where you're going to be reaching 10 in tarot, a kind of culmination or high point by the end of the month anyway. But what's really beautiful about this to me so far is the King of Cups. This is basically the overall theme or energy you're working with for the bulk of the month of June. So this is really, really in tune with yourself, with the ebbs and flows of the highs and lows of the emotional landscape of the month of June. You stay pretty well adjusted. I'm actually thriving by the looks of this person. Even when there are choppier tides, you don't feel that emotion. You don't feel any sense of like seasickness, which can come from a place, maybe not literally seasickness, but that motion sickness when you feel like, I think there's times in our life when we wake up in the morning and the moment we wake up, there's like that pit of anxiety, and it's coming from maybe a choice that you're putting off making or feeling like you're not in the right place, and there is no sense of you dreading anything at the moment. And there's actually just a sense of, it's not even like a high of excitement either. You're not a stoic here either, because this is such an emotional card. What is this? To me, it's just like feeling tuned in to the blessings and the good times. And this also bodes pretty well for romantic relationships, if that's going to be applicable to you this month. Not everybody is in a romantic relationship or even interested in that. So I think that the King of Cups, for those of you who are in something committed or something that you certainly have an emotional investment in, this could be a significant month, and we'll get into why that may be. So the 6 of Pentacles, this tells me that things that you're sharing, things that are mutual, and this, we can share a humble abode, we can share a car, we can share custody of a pet, or we can just have a mutual vested interest in making sure something goes well. So you have got a support system in place as you enter the month of June. People know what their role is. This is nothing that needs to be micromanaged. There's actually a bit of fun here. You could be dealing with a Scorpio, both of these cards together, Sun and Scorpio for the 6 of Cups astrologically, and fixed water with the King of Cups as far as I'm concerned. So if not dealing with a Scorpio or a Libra with some Scorpio placements in your chart, you're dealing with a theme of transformation, not the kind of transformation by the looks of things where the rug is pulled from under, or there's a crisis, or there's a urgent catalyst that ends up giving us an awful lot of wisdom and growth, but it comes actually from a place of control in a sense, or within your scope. You've got a lot of yeah, like this person is steering the ship in a sense. You kind of have the captain of your own ship energy, which is a beautiful poem, Excelsior. I can't remember who it's by, but it is, and it's a very scorpionic kind of transformative poem, but it's about like the highs and lows of life, and you know, the ending is something like I'm the captain of my ship, I'm the captain of my soul. I'm not sure if they use the word captain both times, but that's what that's giving to me right now with this King of Cups, you know. Okay, and then Ten of Pentacles, something nice, tangible, good stuff. Let's clear this reading up and get into what these themes are going to play out like a little bit more mundanely and more down to earth. If this reading ends up resonating for you, Libra, I will definitely go deeper and offer an extended version, which I'll link down below. What's popping out here now? The Ten of Wands. So 2 10s, this is a period of culmination. I don't think there's any fear here for you anymore. I think that there may have been anticipation about this because it is a big deal. You are bringing something out into the world, something into fruition, something real is happening for you. And, you know, there have been highs and lows here. Maybe now you're at the time where you're riding more of a high tide, but you understand that it hasn't all been plain sailing. There's been moments of doubt and hesitation along the way. Okay, might be more in the rear view mirror now as that 10 of Wands fell out of the deck. Let's focus on what's coming through with the 6 of Cups. Tradition might be important to you at the moment, upholding something that is passed, again, from generation to generation, you know, recognizing the sacred in who and what have come before you. I also have the Judgment card and I have the 5 of Pentacles. Okay. You do really get to know who your true sort of support system is when things are not so easy. And I don't know if you have literally been laid up or laid off as the result of an injury or an accident lately. But for instance, there can be many ways in which we feel like we're going to withdraw due to you know, not having the energy, not having the motivation, not having the wish to be so social. So when you, so it's interesting to note, right, that when you're not able to give your all or give what people are used to you giving, is there a conditional term then on how people show up for you or if they even get in touch with you? Is that so? And what I think is interesting about these cards is the fact that, you know, you are being shown here as somebody who gives a lot in the 6 of Cups, not with any conditions. And then the transformative energy of this Judgment card would suggest that as of late, you have really noticed who is truly like on your team and who in fact is your competition. Who, like a relay race here, right? Like these runners here in the front, who is a kind of person in your life that recognizes that when you're thriving, when you're up, that also brings them up and elevates them. And then I wonder, is there anybody who isn't really, I'm not seeing something drastic like, you know, somebody is here to undermine you or anything like that, but there might be somebody who doubts you. And you know what? It could be somebody that is just an older school kind of way of looking at things comes up with them, and you're trying to honor tradition and trying to honor the past and how things have always been, and you recognize that, look, I'm not reinventing the wheel here, and at the same time you don't want to replicate the traditions entirely, but you're trying to find your own way of doing things, your own stamp to put on the way you're going to do this. It's your journey, it's your it's your business venture, it's your family, it's your whatever that you're kind of focused on cultivating. It's your way of living. It's just your style. And I just think that you're noticing who's there to support this. And, you know, this comes up often, I feel like, maybe especially with the sign of Libra. Libra, you like your ruling planet Venus, even the symbol, circle, vertical line, cross, horizontally across that vertical line, it looks like a handheld mirror. Those of you who are Libra risings, Libra sun, Libra moon, you are going to be the sign that is mainly projected upon. An idealized image of you exists in other people's mind. You are the sign of other. You're the sign of learning about the self through another. So, you know, you're just basically projected upon quite often. So sometimes to continue to kind of enjoy the harmony that, you know, you're seeking in this lifetime, you know, people get it confused, don't they, Libra? They think that you're the most balanced sign. But quite often Libra are a sign that are seeking balance due to an imbalance, extreme imbalance maybe in the past or in past lifetimes. So you're learning balance at this time. People from the past may have got in touch with you lately to tell you that they're not doing so well. You may have, and this is a hypothetical example, but say for instance, there has been somebody in your life that has relied upon you to whatever extent to be a person that would actually, you know, pay their medical bills, you know, take on quite hefty acts of service and labors of love for them in the past. You have had some sort of a transformative wake-up call around boundaries that is not necessarily easy for you because it requires you to change in a big way. And it is going to, though, however, offer those people from the past, family, you know, old friends, or just people that there is a sense, there's a kind of karmic connection when we see the Six of Cups, past life or otherwise. It depends if you subscribe to that, but you know, they may benefit from landing on their ass sometimes and having to figure it out. Hypothetical example. And I'm just kind of cautious here because somebody does have a cast on their leg, okay? So I don't literally mean them falling or anything like that, but just what happens if you don't problem solve here? What happens if you don't come in and save the day? Chances are they're going to figure out a way to do it and benefit from that lesson in resilience. Okay, let's get to you. Let's get to you and what you love and how you love and how you're being loved. The King of Cups. Are you going on a boat in June? Are you going to be by the beach? Or I'm also seeing a lighthouse here. Knight of Wands and the Hermit. Seeking balance between these extreme energies. The Knight of Wands, so extroverted, very self-focused and kind of presenting themselves to the world as an entertainer or as somebody who brings the pizza to the party, somebody who brings the life and soul to the event, somebody who, you know, comes in hot and like demands attention just by their essence, versus the Hermit who really they're stepping away from the event. They're leaving the picnic to kind of just go out and kind of watch the clouds, or you know what, I'm sure just take a breather. And you're trying to find a balance in extremes between those kind of introverted and extroverted parts of yourself. But what are you loving right now? You're loving travel. You're loving cross-cultural experiences. If not physically, you're loving opening your mind to so many possibilities that are coming through for you now. And, you know, watching movies, maybe going to museums, maybe kind of just opening your eyes to different kind of philosophies or exotic faraway lands, whether it's from the comfort of your home or you are actually venturing out there in the world and doing it. I think that you're interested in having a bit of life and soul in your world at the moment and being a life and soul energy and kind of maybe not taking everything so seriously, but kind of, you know, doing some things for the plot, and you're enjoying that element of life. The Hermit card is interesting, and the Hermit card is going to be something that we might look at a little deeper in the extended. The Hermit might be, and I think because nothing is coming up here truly about romantic relationships, apart from maybe one or two little notes, I might look at romantic relationships deeper in the extended. So if you think that that's something that you're interested in, that might be a call. And if not, no problem. The Hermit is about what you're contemplating at the moment, what you're kind of assessing at the moment. And to me, I think what I'm getting before clearing this up even deeper is still about that who supports you and what's fair. And you're assessing some journey that you've been on now for the last kind of like maybe 6 to 9 months or so. And that has been quite significant. And what month are we in now? I would say even any time from like last August, September, this journey began for you, last Virgo season. And you've really kind of just been contemplating where you're at, what you've learned, and so on and so forth. Now, if you are entering a newish relationship, this might be one that blows a little hot and cold. This might be something that starts very passionately and hotly, basically, and you know, they're always on time, they're always eager, they're always showing up, you know, you're never waiting. The Hermit card might just be a message from your intuition to give this time. That doesn't mean that it's not going to amount to something really positive and deep and transformative like the King of Cups. But the Hermit card has a bit more wisdom behind them now, because they have learned some valuable lessons about, especially about the benefit of introspection and patience and letting things unfold in a way that we're able to discern that it isn't some sort of, you know, I don't know, you like them for some sort of a projected image again, or the image that they are projecting onto you, this idealized version of you that they are mirroring to you, okay? With time, with a review process. There's no harm in vetting this person or even allowing them to vet you to discover more about the real you. We'll go deeper into general love in the extended. Okay, 10 of Pentacles for you now, Libra. Three of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. Wow, okay, like this is so beneficial for you because the success story in business, in solving the family, what was in Sabrina the Teenage Witch? This family puzzle, the family, what was it again? Oh, mind fart, what was it? The family tree, I'm thinking that wasn't it. It was, anyway, solving the family secret. Whatever the success you're having in the hops, skip, jump from, you know, from now until this kind of grand finale that's really within reach for you. This benefits so many people. This benefits people that have come before you, your ancestors, who are just like bursting with pride and beaming and shining their light on you now, I'm sure. It also benefits those who come after you, you know, and benefits people in your present right now as well. You may be invited into collaboration more and more. What's itching me here? More and more into collaboration, the Three of Cups, or Three of Pentacles rather. Teamwork makes the dream work for you at the end of this month, Libra. And in general, I think The Ace of Swords, it's kind of leaving us on a ... but that's fine with me. We'll look into the opportunities that are opening up for you. What I can tell you is you're going to have an enormous amount of clarity at the end of the month. Some of you are waiting for a yes. Some of you are waiting on a door to open so that you can take the next steps. There's no doubt here, there's no fear. This is just a matter of time. This is just a matter of the other people or the external events or the physical reality to shift, and it's a guarantee almost. Nothing is a guarantee, but that's what it feels like, and that's not a bad sentiment. That's not a bad kind of like aligned focus for you. This seems to be just a yes that's coming, a clarity and insight, a opening, a thumbs up in a sense from the universe, and that's coming in nicely for you at the end of this month. Okay, Libra, I'm gonna hop to the extended. If this is all you're sticking around for, make sure you're liked, you're sharing, you're subscribed. Please, that would be great. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.